Hey guys, it's Bryony. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm talking to you about a really exciting project that you can all get involved with. One of the questions I often get asked on social media is how you guys can donate cloth pads or get involved with charities or organisations that support girls in developing countries who don't have access to sanitary wear. Well, today I'm going to tell you about a really exciting project that's going on in Sierra Leone that you can all get involved with. Now, I know an amazing lady called Alima who runs an initiative in Sierra Leone called For Girls Matter. Now, if you take the first letters of each of those words, it spells FGM, which is a cause that's very important to Alima and how she originally got involved in this new project that we are launching today. So Alima is actually from Sierra Leone, and on a trip back there about a year or two ago, she was really impacted on just how much the girls were suffering because of lack of access to period products. In particular, this project is going to focus on a town in a really poor and deprived part of Sierra Leone that's pretty remote. And that's why we need your guys' help to get cloth pads out to these girls in the area. I'm going to tell you about some of the reasons why cloth pads can make such a difference to girls in these deprived parts of the country. So Alima's main aim with this project is to reduce period poverty, and that in turn will improve these particular areas. And I've got a list here and I want to make sure I count all of them, so I'm going to read them out to you. It's going to reduce sexual violence against girls. There is so much sexual violence against girls in this particular area. One of the reasons for this is that there is no water supply in the village. They have to walk down to the river to do this. In order to walk down to the river, they have to walk past all the farming lands where the boys are, and often the girls are sort of grabbed off the roads and raped in these areas. It's really horrendous. And actually tackling this water issue is something else we're going to do in this project, which I'll cover a bit later. But reducing sexual violence, it also often happens when they're not at school. So when they are being kept off school because they're on their period and they haven't got any pads, they're more likely to be forced into arranged marriages because the parents are saying, well, you're not at school, you're not any use, we can sell you off to an arranged marriage. So it's going to help reduce that. We'll also improve equality because, of course, when the girls are at home, they get expected to do all the chores and all the cleaning and all those tidying, traditionally women's roles that we think about, but which we're trying to end, obviously, for good reason. The other reason this is very important is because medical care is often provided at the school. So the girls need to be there in order to see the doctors and nurses where they can, that's the only place they can access medical treatment. So obviously if they're on their periods and they're staying at home, they can't be accessing that. This project will also complement the government's free quality education scheme that they're running. So that's always a positive. And the other thing that this project is aiming to do is helps with the water supply issue. So one of the things we're going to do is give the girls wheelbarrows and these very inexpensive but very valuable plastic bags that sit in the wheelbarrows that can hold a lot of water. That means they only need to do one trip that they can do in a group, so there's less chance of being pulled off the road and raped or being a risk of sexual violence of any kind. Go down to the river, collect the water in the wheelbarrow, push it back up, and then they've got a large amount of water stored that they can keep and pour into a bucket that they're going to have in the village. There is actually an Amazon wishlist link on the website that will be down below, and I'll talk about this a bit in a minute with all the information about this project, where you can go onto the Amazon wishlist and pay for these water donations as well. But if you make a general donation to the project too, this will also be covering some of these water packet donations. There are also ways that we can provide tablets which will sterilise the water to make sure that it's suitable for drinking. So now for the exciting bit, how can you guys actually get physically involved with this? Well, there are two main ways. One is if you are not good at sewing, you don't have the capacity to sew and you don't want to pay for cloth pads yourself to send off and donate, then simply donating to the Just Giving page, which is linked on the website, is a really valuable thing to do, and we really encourage that. But the second way is to make up a hygiene kit, including cloth pads and a few other items that will be sent out to the girls in Sierra Leone. So in each hygiene kit, you will need to send 4 to 5 cloth pads. They need to be around 10 inches long, so they're a suitable size for the girls. I have got a video showing how to make cloth pads if you want to make them yourself. You don't want to send ones that you actually can buy offline. If you want to sew them yourself, which would be really great. And if you do sew them, make sure to take some pictures and send them with the kit so the girls can see who made their products and write a nice little note on the back of the picture as well. It would be so nice for the girls to see other people making things for them, and it would just be a really nice gesture. I have got a video showing you how to make them, so I will link that down below as well for those of you that want to do that. The other things you need to include in the hygiene kit are a bar of soap, a packet of underwear. Now they can be small to medium or kind of girls 12 to 16 sort of age range. You want to put at least 3 pairs of underwear in each hygiene pack because the girls don't have underwear. And also ideally you want to send some kind of bag that the pads can go in, so when the girls are at school they can store the soil pads in there, like a wet bag basically. Probably doesn't actually need to have any waterproof lining in it, so a soft bag will do, but if you can get a wet bag, that would be the best. Now there are some other items which you can add for the girls, and they are linked on the website. As I've said, the link is down below, and there's a nice little graphic there showing you other things you can add. For example, things like bras for the girls, a toy for them, toothbrushes, toothpaste, those sorts of things. But as I said before, the link will be down below, so please do go and check it out before you start making your kit to make sure you have got everything that they're asking for. The other thing that we are asking you to do is, if you are sending a cloth pack kit, to also make sure you donate at least £3.50 to the project. That's in order to cover the shipping costs of getting the cloth pads from the UK out to Sierra Leone. You need to make sure that your pads have arrived here with Elima by the 1st of September. Of course, this is open to anyone from any part of the world, but do bear in mind you will have to cover the shipping costs to the UK if you are doing this. But you do need to make sure they've arrived by the 1st of September in order to ensure that the pads will go out with the next trip that she's making out there to distribute them. And of course, there will be pictures, and I will be sharing that on my social media when they come through. And it should be really exciting to see how the girls react when they get these kits, because they have been so excited for the kits they've already received. This could be a really fun project for those of you who are still in lockdown or still under restrictions in parts of the world. But as I said before, if you can't sew the pads yourself or donate physical products, making a financial donation is just as valuable. I think we can easily push the fundraiser over the £1,000 mark, and I'd be really keen to see, and I'll be keeping an eye on it because I think you guys are really awesome and we can certainly push it to that level, I'm sure. But it'll be also great to see how many of you do send in these cloth pads, because I know there are a lot of you that really enjoy getting involved in these projects, and it's a really great thing to do, obviously. So I hope you guys are as excited for this project as I am. As I said before, please do take a picture of yourselves sewing the kit or putting it together if you're not sewing the pads yourself, and write a little bit about yourselves on the back of the cards so the girls can know who you are, and just get that there's a sense of somewhere out there who's made something for them. It's just another way that they can feel special, and it's something that'd be really great to see. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I've said throughout the video, the link to all the information you're going to need to get involved in this project is on the website link, which is down below. And of course, I've also linked the video for making cloth pads if you want to do that too. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be so excited to see how many of you are involved. If you do make your cloth pad kits, do tag me in them on Instagram, and I will be sharing them across my story and stuff, and it will just be so great to see how many of you are getting involved. And we might also do a bit of a interview with Elima so you can get to know more about her and why she's running the project, because she really is an incredible woman. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Do please subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. Bye everyone.